Douglas Luiz is quite interesting. Bit of breaking news coming out actually literally just before I went live about Jadon Sancho. He's going to Fenerbahce, he's going to Juventus, he's going to Napoli, he's going to Dortmund. So the latest stuff that's coming out, and it's sort of like there's a combination of two stories here for Jadon Sancho. There's Turkish reports saying that he's very, very close to signing for Fenerbahce. But then there's a couple of Italian reports coming out this morning that Juventus are close to signing Sancho. The negotiations are underway, and also with Manchester United. And there's talk of like a fee of £21 million and all this, that and the other. Look, I don't want to talk about Sancho. I want to talk about Douglas Luiz. I couldn't give a toss about Jadon Sancho. He bores me to tears. The most interesting thing about Jadon Sancho's career highlights are going to be transfer stories. Like, they're not on the pitch. Oh, remember when it took 2 years to buy him from Dortmund? Oh, remember when he got sent back from Chelsea and we all thought it was an obligation to buy? Remember when he signed for Juventus and everyone thought he'd just run his contract down? It's just no football highlights. It's just all transfer highlights. He'd be writing a book when he's older on all the money he's made from being, from not really playing football. So I think with regards to Sancho, don't care. But what I do care about, very interesting story, again, coming out of Italy, that Man United will hold talks with Juventus about Douglas Luiz and some sort of deal with Sancho, Luiz, Juventus and Manchester United. Now, he's 27 and he moved from Villa to Juventus a year ago for 50 million euros. They're now talking about 25 million euros. I don't know what's gone wrong here. I don't even understand what's going on here. Like a year ago, he goes for 43 million, and now they're looking for 20. I don't understand what's going. I don't understand why Jadon Sancho we would get 21 million, and I don't understand why they only want 21 million. So I'm confused by this. They paid 42 million for him a year ago. They now want 21 million for him. And apparently we're going to get 21 million for Sancho, who's got 1 year left on his contract and could literally run it down. It's really confusing. And I just wonder whether the change of manager could be a thing, Thomas, as well. I just wonder whether, and you very rarely get these, but I do wonder if there's some sort of swap deal, inflation of, I don't know. What we do know is that Jadon Sancho would rather go and play in Italy than Turkey. Mourinho is trying really hard to get him to Fenerbahce, but Sancho would rather be in Italy, more competitive league, etc. So he is prioritising Italy and has been for a while. He wants Premier League, but he can't get a Premier League club. He was interested in Dortmund, but they don't want him back. So third choice is the Italian league. Jose's pushing hard, but I don't think that's going to work. So hello everybody, today's clip is supported by Sleeper. Before we dive in, let me tell you a bit more about Sleeper. This app is making serious waves. It was the #1 downloaded sports app in the US during the NFL season, even beating heavyweights such as ESPN and Yahoo. Sleeper isn't just popular, it's because they truly deliver the best fantasy experience. You get deeper customization, more league options, and all the bells and whistles that make managing your fantasy team a blast. But that's not all. Sleeper is growing a fantastic community with several million people using it daily for their sports fix. Sleeper has a broad appeal and is genuinely built for everyone. So, if you're looking to up your fantasy game, make sure to check out Sleeper by clicking the link in the video description. Trust me, you won't regret it. Look, fundamentally, we come back to if there's any truth in this story at all, would you take Douglas Luiz? I definitely would. I mean, it's hard to rank Douglas Luiz in our midfield roster at the moment, because I think if I said he's better than Casemiro, some people would, nah. He's better than Agate, nah. He's better than Mainu, nah. He's better than Bruno, nah. But I think it's not just about ability. It's about he would probably be the most suitable player for a midfield pivot at Man United. He's the player that's got both attributes. He's got the, and I'm looking at the Villa player. At Villa, he was one of their best players. He has got the energy and the intensity and the tenacity, but he's also got the ball playing skills. I mean, he bloody takes free kicks and corners at Villa, or he used to. So I think that, look, I would take Douglas Luiz. What worries me, and I saw somebody writing about it this morning, but let's just say Ben Jacobs because he said it on the channel, but it wasn't Ben Jacobs this morning. Ndidi, because he's got an 11 million release clause. I'm telling you now, if we get Ndidi out of Leicester, I'll lose it. I'd rather promote Kone. I don't see the point in Ndidi in 2025. 3 years ago, I think we all would have gone for him, but Ndidi now for £11 million. I mean, that's the sort of deal you do if you're Ipswich. That's the sort of deal you do if you're Sunderland. You don't do that deal if you're Man United. Ndidi will be a flop and end up like Casemiro, but nowhere near as good as Casemiro, where we're stuck with him. So I wouldn't go anywhere near Ndidi. Some people are saying that Ndidi's still only 28, but mate, I don't look at the passport. I look at the quality. I mean, Ndidi will be 29 in December. So, age or not, he's been shit for 2 years. He was absolutely shit last season. Douglas Luiz is only just 27. He was basically 27 on the 9th of May. So, 27 is no age at all. And he's only just 27. So all of next season he'll be 27. All of the season after that he'll be 28. And all of the season after that he'll be 29. You'll get 3 full seasons out of him before he's 30. So I don't see an age issue at all. I look at the player he was at Aston Villa, and I think that he was a very good player. Obviously things haven't gone well at Juventus, which is surprising because you normally go from the Premier League to the Italian League and do really, really well. But, look, I would like Douglas Luiz, and if there's any deal we can do with Jadon Sancho, I would be all over it, especially when it's not going to cost us a lot of money. So I would like to see United doing that. Of course, it's Italian reports. You've got to be a little bit reserved about that. But we need a midfielder, and if we can get that midfielder in as part of a Jadon Sancho deal, maybe you don't need to move a Casemiro on. Maybe you've covered it off with the Sancho deal. I don't know. His injury record this season is a concern, says Random Guy. Whose injury record? Let me have a quick look at this. Douglas Luiz, what's your injury record like? We'd like to know for the United Stand morning show. Oh, Douglas Luiz. He's had a few injuries. Oh, God, he's had loads of injuries. Bloody hell. So before he went to Juventus, he'd had basically nothing. Nothing, really. At Juventus, he's had 5 injuries. He's had muscle fatigue from October to December. Then he's had muscular problems in December. Then he had muscle fatigue again in February. Then he had a hamstring muscle injury, February to April. So he has had a good point. Well spotted. Well spotted. Very well spotted. That is a lot of injuries to have. Yeah, you might have just. Ladioff says he's perfect for us. Then, is it too much pasta? Says Mick. The Italian diet's very good. I've spent a lot of time there in my life. Lots of olive oil, lots of fish, lots of salads, and what do they call it? Olives, as I said. Is it a red flag though? Says Many Brew. It's one season. I'd want to know what the muscle fatigue is, but I'm not saying no to somebody because they've had one bad season with injuries. I mean, look, Mainu's not had a great season last year, has he, with injuries? So I think you've got to look at it in context. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.